everyone. Today we're going to do a mat workout, and all you need is your mat and a ball. It's going to be a simple workout for 25 minutes, and we're just going to get those abdominals and body moving and working. All right, let's get going. All right, we're going to start on all fours. So you're going to go ahead and put your ball off to the side and hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. I want you to take a deep breath in and feel your ribs expand out to the side. So lateral expansion, like your ribs are moving out like fish gills through the nose, and then exhale through pierced lips. As you blow the air out, I want you to pull your abs in tight, all right? One more inhale, and then exhale. All right, you're gonna extend your right leg back first, and I want you to keep your toe on the ground and engage that back glute. You're just opening through this hip right here, and you're gonna lift the leg and lower the leg. And exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Now you're gonna find that your ribs are gonna wanna drop and lift and drop and lift, and you wanna keep that stability through there. So we're just isolating the leg and keeping your rib and your hip space the same. So the distance between this rib and this pelvis are the same, all right? Take deep breaths. Exhale, inhale down. And 4, and 3, and 2, and hold that there. You're gonna reach the left arm out. Long, stretch your arm away from your foot, really lengthening through your spine. This should feel good, especially if you've been sitting a lot. Just opening the hip, turning on the back of the body. Okay, we're gonna come in, rounding your back, look towards your knee, and lengthen back out to a normal neutral spine. And again, exhale, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, draw your navel in. Inhale, lengthen. You're connecting your powerhouse, your core. It is the center, the foundation of all your movement. And pull in, and press, and 2, and press. Last 1, hold it out. All right, we're gonna take that ball and put it behind that same leg, so right here. So we're going to a bent knee now, just squeezing. And you're gonna lift the leg as you hold on to the ball. So you're just lifting your heel to the sky, and then back down the knee to the floor, and up and exhale, and inhale. Try not to lean to your left side, and exhale, lower. Turning on your glutes, right, and up. Your glutes get very dysfunctional if we have jobs where we sit a lot, or just in general in our world, our Western culture, our glutes get very dysfunctional. So we wanna wake them up, and hold it there, and press, press, lifting, lifting, lifting. My pants are sliding the ball out, and press and squeeze. Feel it right at the gluteal fold, the bottom of the glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take your left elbow to the ground, take your ball in your hand, and stretch your right leg out, okay? You're gonna reach that ball towards that left corner of the mat as your right leg reaches towards the right back corner, all right? So you're opening that hip, and hold it, stretching. Now take that right arm up. You're gonna lower that leg and lift the leg. So you're working this muscle right here where I'm hitting my side. Those are your gluteus minimus, gluteus medius muscles. Inhaling, draw your navel in, your powerhouse. Lift and lift. Straightening your leg with power. Right now your foot can be either pointed, flexed, or just relaxed. And 3, 2, and hold that there. Take some balance to stabilize your body here. You saw that I lost that little bounce earlier when I picked up my hand. Keep that hand down. And come down. All right, now we're gonna take it all the way to the side. We're still working our right side. I'm facing you, so it might look like you're working your left side, but we're doing right. Okay, so you're gonna lift your pelvis up in the air, and you can put the ball under your hip right here if you'd like. I want you to stay off the ball, but it does touch you a little bit, but it can move, right? So right there. You're in a side plank. And what you want is to drop your shoulder out of your ear. You don't want that shoulder to be popped forward like this. You want it to be back, open. See the difference in what happens in my neck when I move that shoulder into a good alignment? It's a big deal. You don't want to pinch anything in those shoulders. There's all kinds of muscles that run through that shoulder girdle. Hold that, deep breaths. Good, you should feel the whole underside of that body working. Now you have the option to lift your top leg and hold that plank even longer. You can always take breaks, you know that, and full extension. So these are all progressions, still keeping your your waist lifted off the ball. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, come back to your knees. We're gonna do some lateral flexion of the spine. So you're gonna lift up and over, side bending, and then come back down. Exhale, side bend, and inhale, come back down. So notice my neck is moving with the rest of my spine. I'm not just moving my neck without my whole body lifting. And one more, hold it up and over, stretching, and come back down. We're gonna lay on our stomach, okay? So you're gonna take your ball out in front of you, and your hands are on top of the ball. We're gonna do some extension. That's laying flat, extension. Hands are in front of you. Now, draw your shoulders out of your ears. Just draw them away from you, okay? Press down gently into the ball and begin to lift up and inhale. As you lift up, notice my legs are not lifting up. I don't want you to engage your lower back much. I want it to come from the upper middle back, all right? And then lower back down. We're working on extending the thoracic spine, the mid-spine where your rib cage attaches. And back down. We want mobility there. Again, I'm thinking about our sitting culture. So I am starting with your back chain of your body, your side chain. I want you to get stronger there because that's usually what's dysfunctional. And back down. And we'll lengthen. Open that chest. And lower. This should feel really good. Hold it here. Gently press into the ball. Now, I am going to give you the option of lifting your legs, but notice my chest isn't very high, okay? You're going to externally rotate your legs, meaning your knees and feet are turning out. You're going to lift your legs, okay? And we're going to bring them together and apart. Squeeze them together and apart. These are called little heel beats. I'm just going slower. We're pointing our toes. One more. Now flex your feet and keep going. So you're going to flex them, bring them together and open. Exhale, inhale, press. Exhale, press. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now lower those legs down. Keep your feet on the ground. And you're going to take your hands off the ball and hold them there. Okay, it's like a Superman or Superwoman. And you're going to lower your right hand without changing your spine and switch. So it's a slow swim. Lower, keep breathing, do not hold the breath. Draw your navel up and into the spine, down, and lift. Feel your back muscles working hard, and lift, and hold. Now, right here, we're gonna swim our arms back to the back of our body and reach them. Notice what my shoulder, I'm not here, so make sure your shoulder's not dropping. You wanna open the chest and shoulders, okay? No wrinkles in the back of your neck. Take it here, hold it. I'm still not lifting my feet. Take deep breaths, pull your tailbone under, belly button lifts, and relax. Good. Sit back and stretch into your child's pose. All right, we're gonna do all of that on the other side, and what I'm gonna do is just turn and face this way so you can see this side of my body, all right? All right, so we're starting with that other leg, and you're gonna reach it out with a toe on the ground first, and then you're gonna lift and exhale, lift that leg, inhale, lower the leg. Moving right from the glute, try not to lean to your right, okay? That's very important. And lift and exhale, and inhale. Draw the core in tight. Remember, you don't want to be moving around in the spine. The spine is stable, the leg is mobile. That means spine is still, basically, and the leg is your mover, all right? Working on glutes, doing the work of moving the leg up into an extended hip. And lift, and lift, and hold it up. Now we're gonna reach our right hand out, stretching away, right hand from the foot. Now you're gonna round and bring it in and press it out. Exhale, draw in through the powerhouse and inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soft through this shoulder that you're using. Try not to lock it out like this. And 4, and reach. 3, and reach. 2, and last 1. Awesome. Take this ball, put it behind your pants. If they're slippery like mine, just keep readjusting. So you're gonna lift your leg up, heel comes to the sky basically, and you're just moving with the knee staying the same, just same angle. and lower. Exhale as you engage, inhale as you lower down. And lift and exhale. And up. Good, again, I have to remind myself, don't lean right, because it's easy to lean to the right and kind of let the leg do very little. And you want the core to activate, so if you lean too much, your core is gonna let go a lot. Up and down. One more time, hold it up, and you're gonna just press up into the sky. Little bitty baby pulses right at that glute, all right? And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take that ball into your opposite, or the left hand. You're gonna come to your right elbow and reach the ball opposite corner from the leg, and you're opening the hips. I'm kind of leaning over. If you can see my hip, yep. And opening that front of that hip. Feels so good. All right, now you're gonna reach that arm up. I'm gonna turn to where you can see me. We're not completely on the side, we're kind of on an angle. So you notice I'm on an angle with my leg, just working that side butt, all right? Now I played a lot of soccer growing up, and I had very tight quads and hip flexors when I started Pilates years and years ago. And still, if I don't work on, the quads will take over, the hip flexors will take over. And 4, and 3. So your glutes should be burning. And 2, and last 1. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn all the way to the side, just like we did on the other side. And you're gonna take the ball and keep it in your hand. We're gonna lift it up and put it right up underneath us. Your knees are in line with your body, so you don't want your hips like this on an angle behind you. You wanna open those hip flexors up by using your glutes, all right? Holding it here. We're just working on stability through our shoulder blade, also known as the scapula. And then we're working on strength of our obliques. Our whole side body also gets very dysfunctional with a sitting environment, so we're working a lot of lateral body lines, fascia lines. All right, you can extend this top leg and hold this, or you can go to your full plank, all right? That is your decision, making it more challenging, taking those deep breaths. Neck is long. Notice I'm not getting crunched up here. 4, 3, 2, bring those knees down. All right, so you're gonna lift up and over, and then come back down. Exhale, up and over. So your option is to stay on your knees. You could always stay in your full plank here and do this, right? You don't have to take it to the knees to do your lateral flexion. And 2, and last 1, awesome. We're gonna lay on our back, okay? We're gonna do some bridging work. So I'm still working your back body, but we're gonna open up the hips here, okay? So put that ball right between your thighs, the first set. Hands are gonna press into the mat. Now my temptation is to like drop my shoulders and do this. You wanna really open. So if you have to turn your palms up, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna lift our pelvis, walk your feet in as close as you feel comfortable, and lift. If you feel a pulling in your knee, a lot of times it's just tight quadriceps or tight rectus femoris muscles on your quads. And you can just lower down until your muscles get a little more lengthened. We'll do another video of how to roll out your muscles. So hold it here. You're gonna splay your toes. You want your big toe, little toe, and heel touching. The tripod is important, okay? Thank you to Dr. Courtney Conley with Gait Happens. I've learned so much from her. So follow her on Instagram at Gait Happens. She's phenomenal with the feet. So anyway, learn a lot about feet, how important the feet splaying the toes are, okay? You're gonna lower those glutes and lift, all right? Lower and lift. So notice, I'm not lifting from my rib cage, so I'm not going like this. My movement comes from my pelvis, lifting and lowering. And my ribs are trying to stay down and engage. They lift a little because my pelvis is attached. There's fascia all in there. If you want to know more about fascia, I learned a ton about fascia from Thomas Meyer. Thomas Meyer is amazing. He's one of the gurus of fascia. And then 2, Kyle Stoll with Trigger Point. So thank you, Kyle Stoll. He wrote a lot of the Trigger Point education manuals, and he is awesome. You can also follow Trigger Point on Instagram. And lift. Now hold this up, And you're gonna squeeze the ball, just activating your abductors, your inner thighs. Squeeze the ball. Keep that pelvis open, keep the abs engaged. Exhale and inhale. Remember the feet. Don't let those big toes pop up like this. You're losing parts of your leg muscles if you don't engage that tripod. And 4, and 3, and 2, and hold this, all right? Now we're gonna lower our pelvis just a little bit for some more stability. Walk your feet in a little closer maybe, and extend one leg. Now this is challenging, so if you lose this tripod of the foot on the opposite leg you're standing on, or your pelvis rocks over like this, just put your feet down until you're ready. We're gonna lower that foot. You should feel the whole back of the leg you're standing on, and press. All right, you're squeezing the ball still. I have to check my pelvis. And lower that foot down and bring the pelvis down. Nicely done. Okay, we're gonna take the ball and put it behind our shoulder blades right here. And we're gonna start by just doing some passive extension of the spine, meaning it's passive in that the gravity is just kind of opening your chest up as you lay over the ball. Whereas earlier when we were on our stomach, we were having to lift against gravity, so it was not passive. You're just opening that chest, kind of stretching. Pecs get tight in our culture, just open them up. All right, now, you're gonna lift till you're around, the head is level with the ball, and you're gonna lift your elbows just in your peripheral vision. Take a deep breath, again, breathing into your posterior, your back, and out to the sides lateral, okay? So, exhale. And you can keep your pelvis in a neutral position. You do not have to, I see a lot of people do this, tuck their butt, keep it still. Use your upper abdominal muscles right by your rib cage. Trying not to grip in the hips and glutes, just glide up and down. And I use my hands like a hammock for my head. They just support my head. I'm not trying to grip in my neck. And lift it, exhale. And 4. Now in flexion, we're not doing a ton of flexion today. This is flexion, just lifting and lowering. Crunches, as they're known as. And the reason for that is most of our culture, again, we are hunched over a desk. We are using our phones. We drive, we eat, we do everything in flexion, sitting and hunched over something. So why would I give you a workout that just does that the whole time, right? Tummy crunches. It would be dysfunctional for your body. It wouldn't help you, it would hurt you. And it would give you more of that rounded posture that no one wants. We all want long, lifted, nice spines, not these kyphotic, rounded upper backs, right? All right, now you're gonna hold it and we're gonna go side to side. So I'm just kind of moving to the right, moving to the left. So my elbow's coming towards my side hip bone. Not trying to lift much. I'm just using my core, relaxing my head and my hands. Inhale and exhale. Try not to move my pelvis, moving through my thoracic. So you want to have a lot of mobility. So this is great for people who, everybody needs thoracic mobility, mid-back. But if you do play rotational sports, any kind of walking or running, anybody, you need to be able to move freely through your mid-back. All right, now we're gonna lay back and do some more passive extension here. Just open up your chest. Feels so good. All right, you can come up. Now, we're gonna put this under our feet, which is a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge for your pelvis and your inner thighs, your glutes, a lot, okay? So, you're gonna press down into the ball, and already you'll feel your hamstrings and your glutes activate just by pressing, okay? Then you're gonna press into your hands to help with stability and lift yourself up. And you can see I'm wobbly, okay? You're on a rounded surface, and the tripod is almost impossible to keep without getting a cramp. So you're just gonna press through kind of your heel midfoot, and then lower back down. And it's a rounded surface. So inhale, exhale, and lift. And lower. If you get a cramp, just come out of it and come back when you're ready. And lift again. Exhale, and inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And press it up. Try to hold it up longer this time. Pressing through those feet. It works your hamstrings and glutes so much. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower it down. Gonna take that ball, give it to your hands, sit up tall. we're gonna wedge the ball into our sacrum, okay? So back here, the sacrum's that flat part right above your tailbone, and you're just gonna hinge into it like this, all right? All right, hands are out in front, and notice I'm not here. I'm not pushing into my shoulder blades. You wanna grow tall through your upper sternum and then pull your navel in deep to your spine. We're hinging into the ball, all right? And we're gonna add some rotation. So you're gonna inhale, rotate right, and come back up. Now to the other side, and rotate, and left, and rotate, and left, and rotate, and lift, and rotate, lift, and remember your breath, so important. Oh yeah, and I have my tripod of my foot connected to the mat. Don't forget, big toe, little toe, heel. You don't want to pop your feet up. You're doing your body a disservice. You want to keep that connection. And 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. We're going to hold it right in the middle now and circle your arms up. Try not to grip right in those hips right here. Try to scoop deep in the abs and let those legs just stay there without gripping. And you'll feel your abs kind of shake at the top, and now reverse it and around. Now I love these abs because they're eccentrically lengthening your core muscles versus doing a crunch where it's shortening or concentric. So we're working against gravity, and that's why we have that little shake, and we're lengthening those abs. And 2. Last one. And come forward and stretch it over. Take some deep breaths here. Feel your rib cage expand without your neck getting involved. All right, now sit up tall. All right, now I'm gonna do a little forward flexion seated. This is called the spine stretch in Pilates mat work. And so you're gonna sit up very tall, like you're up against an imaginary wall. Your hands are on top of that ball and your feet are flexed to the sky. Your feet are about as wide as your mat. And you're just gonna, you can straighten your legs fully as long as you don't do this when you straighten your legs. If your legs straighten and you go into a flexed low back, you need to keep your knees bent, all right? We're gonna roll forward, exhaling using our abs. Inhale, lift up. This is our last exercise. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Use your core. Notice I'm not pushing out. I am literally keeping my spine against an imaginary wall, my sacrum, I should say, and then I'm rolling my spine back up against that wall. Rolling away from the wall, rolling up back against it. And back up. All right, you guys. Now, we're gonna take that ball away, and we're gonna lay back down, and I want you to take your right leg into your hands. Pull it back towards your face as you lengthen your other leg out. You can keep that other leg bent. And we're just stretching the back of this leg, all right? Flex and point your toe. You feel a deep stretch here. Now, keeping your butt cheek kind of connected to the mat, lower, come over to the opposite shoulder and ear. If you pop up, you don't feel the stretch as good, so drop it back in that hip socket. You see the difference? And you'll feel the stretch all the way up and down the leg. You can move your foot around so you really feel the stretch most. And come back to the center. Cross that leg over the opposite and pull it in. You're feeling that stretch again through here. All kinds of muscles in that side hip. And release. All right, other side. Reach it up, flex and point. Drawing the shoulders out of the ears, trying not to be here as you're stretching. Good, hold that flex foot. You're gonna bring it across to the opposite side. Remember not to hike the hip up like this. You wanna drop it back in that hip socket to feel that stretch deeper. And come back to the center. All right, you guys, we're gonna rock it back up to center. And that was our mat video for today. It was about 25 minutes, a quick, great workout for those of you who just need something quick that's gonna make your body move better, give you more mobility, but also work a good quick workout. All right, if you're interested in a lot of what you heard today on the video interested you, and you thought, I'd like to know more about how our body works, and that was a fascinating some of the things I said might have fascinated you. This is how I got into Pilates. I got educated and with some fitness and just started asking the questions of, well, why does our body do this? So you can get this same education here at the studio in Homewood, Alabama. We offer continuing education as well as your initial certification in Pilates, and then we do continuing education in all kinds of things, like on the Bosu ball and the active motion bar. We offer Pilates for injuries and just workshops that you can use your continuing education for ACE credits or for PMA, Pilates Method Alliance credits, or if you just want to get certified as a Pilates instructor. So we offer all the equipment, the mat, and we offer an anatomy, biomechanics, and posture analysis course. So you can go online to Pilates Academy International and look at the teacher training program to learn more, or you can click on our link in our bio on our studio page, Provision Studio, or contact me directly. I'm a master trainer, and so is Margaret Verdett for Pilates Academy International, and we can host educations. We do host educations all year long, and we'd love to have you as a student. So please reach out if you have more questions and information, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.